Sneeze. These are the team given the backbone for us. Current PTA, the man, Brother Ajit, Brother Assam, Brother Samil, Brother Sangha, Brother Rizan, Brother Satish. These are the people supported continuously as a second layer of the body. With that, we had a full group of the team goal operational team. This team consists of all the past board of directors and the past PTA members. Their continuous advice, their continuous support, their continuous encouragement for us to make this success. All of with that, the man alone with the team, Mr. Viraj Vikramarasinghe, who came any time whenever we called. Without any expectation, he came and supported us all the way through this project. I will fail in my duty if I didn't say a special thanks for those 5 teams, their unsent support, deviling and working into the wee hours of morning. Never a halala demanded, never halala paid. Such was their commitment. Another vital hook in the whole cycle of the event was our dedicated and committed staff, led by our dynamic principal, Mr. Ruksan Razak. A big thanks for you all. Thank you so much. Our PTA, our parent, as a whole team of well-wishers, shared our journey to our dream school. Especially our technical team, led by Mr. Aswar Ahmed, the PTA led by VP Mr. Ajit Dayasengar. They were all simply wonderful to you all. We take our bow and say thank you. During this 145 days journey, we realized that with the support of our parents in our community, nothing remained unachievable. This support, guidance provided by Ministry of Education and other authorities, wherever we approached, were outstanding. We as a community school, and one that is among the oldest school in Riyadh, is committed to be a part of Vision 2030 of the Saudi Arabia. The initiative done by our Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. Our move to this dream school is our contribution and effort under this Vision 2030 initiative. All above, the unstated support, guidance, advice, and all about the leadership of our ambassador. His able team of officials have been a tower of strength to our journey so far. In fact, all our previous ambassadors, especially our immediate past ambassador, Mr. Asmi Tazim, have been always attached to and have been part of our school, all the activities. We as a board and as a school are extremely thankful, all of them. Thank you, sir. We have won the battle, but we have still to be won the war. We have won the battle, but we have still to win the war. Yes, we have moved into this lovely and spacious building, but it is our commitment and obligation as a parents, as a teacher, as the student, and as a community to ensure the great school is there for another 33 years and so. We should all join hands now, forget whatever difference we may have had, get together to further strengthen and evaluate this great and one and only SLISR. Moving to this building is only the first step, but There are a lot of more unfinished businesses in the hand, from smart board to the teaching aids, another blocks of classroom for our kindergarten students. This is still pending for us. So, dear friends and respected guests, the time is now ripe for us all to join hands and keep move forward. Finally, one last humble appeal. We have an obligation to safeguard this school and this building. So, dear teachers and the students, this is your property. This is in your school. This is your duty to look after it. I wished not to make my speech too long and memorandum one, but I will fail in my duty if I didn't acknowledge all the hard work and sacrifice done by all of you all. So, dear friends and respected guests, once again, I wish to thank each and everyone who was a partner to our dream school journey, and for all of you present here today. May I end my speech seeking the blessing of Almighty Allah. All of you have a pleasant evening. Thank you so much, and good evening, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Next on our agenda is the launching of the Platinum edition of the annual Wisdom magazine, marking the inauguration of the new school campus. May I invite on stage the members of the Board of Directors and the Principal to do the honors. May I have the privilege in requesting the presence of His Excellency, our Ambassador, P.M. Amza, Guest of Honor Tawfiq Swalim, and our special guest this evening, Mr. Azmi Tasim, on the stage to receive the copy of the Platinum edition of the Wisdom magazine. From our Chairman, Mr. Jamal Deen, our special invitees will also receive a copy of the annual magazine of our school. The first copy is presented to His Excellency, the Chairman. The second copy is given to the Guest of Honor. And the third copy is given to our former Ambassador, Mr. Azmi Tasim. And next to the Principal, Chairman, Mr. Fauzi Jamaldeen.
A goal cannot be achieved without the support of people. It is important to surround ourselves with the right people to achieve the impossible. Let me now kindly request the presence of the Board of Directors, Principal, Special Guest, former Ambassador Ms. Tazmita Asim on stage to do the honors. May I have the privilege of inviting our chief guest this evening, His Excellency, to receive a token of our sincere gratitude and appreciation from the Chairman of the Board of Directors. Yes, His Excellency, may I request your presence here, please? Honorable Sir, may I kindly request you to remain on stage to felicitate the other contributors. A generous heart and a giving hand are the things that renew humanity. It is the act of giving without expecting anything in return that takes us forward as human beings on earth. It is very hard to find people with big hearts in this competitive world. But when we do find these precious pearls, we must not forget to appreciate them. Let me now invite our guest of honor, Dr. Tawfiq Al-Suwailim, to accept a token of appreciation from our ambassador, His Excellency Amza, to Dr. Tawfiq. Dr. Tawfiq is a PhD holder, certified public accountant, economic consultant, and certified arbitrator. Thank you, Doctor. It is unity, teamwork, sacrifice, and dedication of certain altruistic individuals that we reap the benefits of in this new school campus. It is your contribution that we greatly appreciate and your great services that will go unnoticed. May I have the honor in calling upon the following individuals to receive their tokens of appreciation from our chief guest, His Excellency PM Amza. Let me begin with Mr. Aswar Ahmad. Mr. Riyad Abdul Salam. Mr. Misbah Baduddin is not present here today. May I kindly request Mr. Aswa Ahmad to receive the token on his behalf. Mr. Yasmin Mursaleen. Mr. Imtiaz Ahmad. Mr. Imtiaz Sultan. Mr. Imtiaz Sultan. Mr. Kamil Amanullah and Mr. Riaz Yusuf are not present here today. May I kindly request Mr. Imtiaz Sultan to accept the tokens on their behalf. Mr. Muhammad Fahim. Mr. Ruzni Farooq. Mr. Viraj Vikramasinghe. Mr. Viraj Vikramasinghe. Mr. Ajit Disanayake. Mr. Ajit Disanayake is the Vice President of the PTA and a very hard-working member, making this Dream School project a success. Let us all give him a round of applause. Mr. Shamil Ishaq. Mr. Shamil Ishaq. Mr. Azam Fashir. Mr. Asanga Jayalat. There are one or two other parents who have contributed immensely towards this endeavor, but prefer to remain anonymous. While respecting their request, we highly value and acknowledge all their effort and support rendered. Thank you very much. Thank you, guests. You can take your seats.
It is with great honor that I invite our chief guest today, His Excellency, Ambassador for Sri Lanka in Saudi Arabia, PM Amza, to address this gathering.
Thank you, Danya. Mr. Fauzi Jamaldeen, Chairman of the Board of Governors, and the members of the Board of Governors, the guest of honor today, Dr. Taufik Al-Sawalam, my predecessor, Ambassador Asmi Tasim, Mr. Ruksan Razak, the principal of this school, the staff, both academic and non-academic, Mr. Dulmit Varuna, the head of Chancery of our mission in Riyadh, and the members of the diplomatic corps, parents, well-wishers, students, and sisters and brothers. It gives me an immense pleasure to be here today on this joyful occasion of getting a new premises to the school. It is the day of joy. It is the day of celebrations. The sweat of yours that has been invested in this effort for less than 6 months' time had become a tear of joy today. I would like to take this opportunity at the outset to express my sincere appreciation to all of you who involved in making this dream a reality. This institution has a remarkable history of 34 years, commenced in a humble way under the auspices of one of my predecessors, Mr. Hashim. The school has excelled very well for the last 34 years. Your journey has been remarkable. You have not only produced the useful citizens of Sri Lanka mainly to the globe, but also you have retained the good name of Sri Lanka. You have earned the reputation as well as the goodwill among everyone in Saudi Arabia. The chairman of the board of directors, when he's speaking, he mentioned, when you get into the school, you won the battle, but the war to be won. As a patron of this school, I would like to mention to you, me and the government I represent will be with you throughout in realizing, in winning this war that you envisage. I met the Board of Governors few days after my arrival, and you made a request to me. In my view, it was a casual remark, but in your view, it's a usual remark. To hold the GCE O-level examination here in Riyadh. Within few minutes, I got the concurrence of my government, in principle approval from my government to have the GCE O-level examination when you are ready. I also dream that it must go beyond that. You should also be ready to have Sri Lankan A-level examination here. You should also prepare yourself to get the students from here to Sri Lankan universities. After all, Saudi Arabia, in terms of the foreign remittances, contribute the lion's share of it, about 34.5% is 23.5% is contributed from here. Therefore, you have the right to get a place for your children in the Sri Lankan universities. I want you to get ready with that. Few days ago, I had a discussion with the Saudi Minister of Education, His Excellency Hamad bin Mohammed Sheikh, on various aspects, including the cooperation in the education sector between Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia. During the time, we have also explored the possibility of US students getting into Saudi University under the Saudi Scholarship Program. And these are some of the food for thought that I want to leave with you today. And I will be failing in my duty if I don't thank those 5 groups, the PTA, and every one of you who involved in these noble projects. And I visited the school about a month ago. I never realized that within 1 month, you will get the school to this state where you will have this gala opening ceremony. And I would like to pay my sincere gratitude to every one of you who had been contributed this success. At the same time, I also take this opportunity to wish all of you, the students, the very best in your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Sir. We are now approaching the end of today's event. Dear guests, your refreshments will be served to your seats by the prefects. To conclude this ceremonial occasion, may I invite the Deputy Chairman of the Board of Directors, Mr. Mohammad Zubair, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Chief guest, His Excellency, the Ambassador Mr. Pakir Mohideen Amza, our patron, Madam Amza, guest of honor, Dr. Tawfiq Swalim, former Ambassador Mr. Asmit Asim, my colleague, Chairman and Board of Directors, Principal and their spouses, Vice Principal Mrs. Jasim, academic and sectional coordinators, teachers, and non-teaching staff. Vice President PTA and his executive committee, former Board of Directors, and former PTA ExCom members, special invitees, community leaders, well-wishers and philanthropists, my dear parents, students, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. As the saying goes, whoever is not thanking to people for their services, whatever they have done to us, is not thankful to God Almighty. That means we have the duty to thank everyone who support us, help us for a cause, good cause. I'm honored to have been asked to deliver vote of thanks on this special occasion of our grand opening of new school building. At the onset, I would like to mention here, I am delivering this vote of thanks to all who helped us involved in this massive project on behalf of Board of Directors, principal, students, and entire school community. First of all, I would like to thank Our Excellency Mr. Amza and Madam Amza from the bottom of my heart for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion with us. It's our pleasure being with you today, sir. And also, I would like to thank for your moral support provided to us from the very first days of your office as ambassador and also patron. And I would like to thank you for quoting about O-level examination and A-level examination, also the possibility for our students to have scholarship in Saudi universities that you mentioned during your speech. Thank you so much. That is really a vision that we are all looking for. And I would like to also thank our guest of honor, Dr. Tawfiq Al-Swalim, for accepting our invitation and being here with us to share our happiness on this occasion. Thank you, sir. And also, I would like to mention here your contribution towards this project that you have made is really valuable and made us to have that privilege to have this school being renovated the way that we wanted. And that is not the end too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, we won the bid, as our chairman said. What went afterward was how we are going to start the renovation. There comes our committees that already mentioned. Our technical committee and our operational committee, fundraising committee, all of them put their heart and mind together, came forward to help our school, the Dream School. Thank you so much, everyone. I don't have to mention their name, already been mentioned. Thank you so much, my dear friends. I would like to also mention the donors. Most of them don't want to mention their name. For the sake of their goodwill, we won't mention. But the effect of their contribution that make for this marvelous project is now in front of us. Thank you so much for all your contribution. The amount doesn't matter here, but your willingness to come forward and give whatever you could give for our student is a matter. May Allah bless you all. I would like to mention here once again about our PTA members. The people who are down to earth, ready to help our committee anytime. They are a call away. Such a people, we were witnessing their hard work. Thank you so much, PTA Vice President Mr. Ajit and his dynamic team. Also, you have already got some magazine in your hands. The hard work of the committee who put their time and effort to have it done within shortest period, to give you some souvenir on the occasion of this today's date. Thank you so much. Entire committee, I would like to thank you. I would like to thank also officials, top officials from the Ministry of Education of Saudi Arabia, namely Dr. Ibrahim Al-Fahim and Mr. Mohammed Al-Kahtani and Mr. Abdullah Al-Muayla for their support continuously from day one when we were awarded this project, even before that, instrumental in getting this venue for our school. Thank you very much. Although they are not present here, but it's my duty to mention them, their help that provided to us. Another entity in Saudi Arabia, TBC, Tatweer Building Company, they work under Ministry of Education. And who were the people behind getting this building done for us? The contract was prepared, and then they were the people who made this possible for us. We have to also thank them. We thank them from our bottom heart. I would like to mention here, we had a day, we call it Ramadan, the day that we had our volunteers together, and that was massive day. We received the support from everyone in our community, whether they are parents or non-parent, whether they are spouses of a teacher, all of them did a marvelous job. The work of 1 month was done in 1 day. Such very dedicated people and the work we have already got in. Even that saved a lot of money for our project. Thank you so much, everyone. Most of them are here. And I think, even we invited those who are not parents for this occasion. Thank you so much. I have a corner for some of the spouses of the people, committee or otherwise, who were silently contributing for our project by being silent or being lenient on the spouses, allowing them to go day and night to work. Thank you so much, ladies and their children, for helping us behind the scene as silent contributors. Thank you so much. And then I would like to also mention here, we cannot forget our principal and his spouse. I have seen a number of times Mr. Uksan walking in with something in his hand to serve the people who are working. I think the committee people will agree with me That was marvelous gesture from the family of Mr. Ruksan. Thank you so much, Mr. Khan, for your gesture. Also, we shouldn't forget official from our embassy, Mr. Varuna, Mr. Fazil, and others who contributed behind the scene. Thank you so much. During the project, even before, when we were there, you were helping us tremendously that we wanted to help you from the bottom of our heart. I will fail in my duty if I don't mention following names who were working around the clock with board of directors, times that we used to even get the work done after working hours. Starting with Mr. Ayub Rizan, the admin HR manager of our school. He was behind me and also our chairman to get the work done. Thank you very much, Mr. Ayub. And Mr. Jabir Naina, and Mr. Asmi Faris, Mr. Dayabaran, Mr. Nadisan, and Abdul Hussein. The full-time workers, but they did work beyond their working hours too. Thank you so much. One important message I have to give here. Our school is predominantly for Sri Lankans. However, we have staff and students from other nations and community too. And when it comes to Sri Lankan international school community, that connect us with our alma mater. Doesn't matter what language we speak, doesn't matter what community we belong to. All those different nations who are in this premises and who are having their children studying here are also our community. And they contributed also during the Ramadan and any other areas. We would like to thank them for their contribution. Thank you so much. And also, I would like to mention quickly few of the names. Please listen to it carefully. The chairman of Saudi Electricity Company, who helped us restore the power. We have been having struggle to have it, but he helped us. Thank you so much for that particular chairman. And also Mr. Viraj Vikramasinghe. He was a call away anytime, day or night. He is there to do the work for us to complete it. Thank you very much, Mr. Viraj Vikramasinghe. Mr. Zulvi, being the coordinator for this particular event, thank you so much for your hard work. And also the school compares led by Mrs. Sara, thank you so much. Mr. Lionel Gunaratne, who helped us cleaning the premises when it was so dirty. Thank you, Mr. Lionel. Mr. Kabila Shanivaratne, who helped to fix the doors and door locks, covering the rooftop opening area. Thank you so much for your contribution. And one Mr. Rizwan for plumbing work he did from his company, and also he put his money to do the work. Thank you so much, Mr. Rizwan. And also I would like to thank one brother, Siddiq, who was instrumental in introducing a gentleman who helped us for the school. Thank you so much, brother Siddiq. And also Mr. Anuja, who supported in the magazine printing work and also helping us printing the souvenir, which was another job. Thank you so much for your contribution. We would like to also thank those who are working here as media, video presenters. Thank you so much for your assistance as well. Finally, my dear audience, I may have missed someone. That's it, I'm sorry for that. In the meantime, my lovely audience, you would know that I have already mentioned few names. Maybe I missed something. But would you like to join with me in recognizing and thanking those who I mentioned and not mentioned, those we know, we don't know, to give them a round of applause in recognition for them. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I request the school choir to take their places on stage for the school song. May I kindly request the audience to stand for the school song.
We stand at attention, we're loyal, we care for Sri Lankan International, dear alma mater fair. We stand at attention, we're loyal, we care for Sri Lankan International, dear alma mater fair. She'll guide and assist us, she'll teach us to grow with strength and with kindness, our knowledge to school. We stand at attention, we're loyal, we care for Sri Lankan International, dear alma mater fair. We stand at attention, we're loyal, we care for Sri Lankan International, dear alma mater fair. And when we must leave her, we call out her name. Her efforts will bring us great honor and fame. We stand at attention, we're loyal, we care for Sri Lankan International, dear alma mater fair. We stand at attention, we're loyal, we care for Sri Lankan International, dear alma mater fair.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the ceremonial opening of SLISR. I would like to take this opportunity to invite all our guests to tour our new school building. Please ensure to maintain COVID-19 precautions. Have a joyous weekend. Take care and good night. I humbly request everybody to please remain seated until the chief guest leaves. Thank you.